Greetings guys, the Strong Boys 19 here, and today we are going to be talking about the third studio album by Iron Maiden. For this review, since that I had reviewed the second album, Killers, and I just want to start things off with the beginning of this era with this album. So after, as I said from my previous review, Paul Di'Anno was fired from Iron Maiden due to the behaviour of the addictions on cocaine and alcohol that really took a difficult toll for the rest of the band. After his departure, Harris basically decides to go into a new path that would mark a very big beginning of the band. Now that Adrian Smith is in full swing since the second album, they have decided to hire a different vocalist. It connects even stronger and better than ever with this album that was released in 1982, and it's going to be on The Number of the Beast. Now, The Number of the Beast, upon its release, album cover wise, did receive a lot of hate and controversy because you can see that the cover of Eddie being very tall and controlling the devil on one of the other artworks too, especially on the Number of the Beast music video, that Eddie was decapitating the head of Satan. People were disgracefully targeting the band as Satanists, which was just so in denial of these people. It's like when Black Sabbath were named as Satanists from the time their first album came out because of some of the songs that deal with religion and Satanism, etc. But The Number of the Beast as an album still holds up for many people as one of the most beloved and talked about albums in metal history of all time, and as for many Maiden fans pick as one of the classics. I personally don't see this album as a classic album, and in my eyes it's one of the strongest albums that Maiden had done. First album with Bruce Dickinson on lead vocals, and the second to be produced by Martin Birch, 39 minutes in length, and Clive Burr still remains as the drummer with the guys, and now with Adrian Smith and Murray working together, and with their first experience working with Bruce Dickinson, with Harris's songwriting contributions, things were really growing into a beloved sound. The first song, Invaders, opens the album up perfectly. It is a perfect opening song with some great, powerful driving force with the speed, and it's completely memorable from the hooks, quick tremolo guitar picking, and the chorus is just very, very strong. It's a fantastic sound to begin the album. The second track, Children of the Damned, starts on some clean, sweet guitars, and this is immediately a different, softer tone, touching flow with Bruce's vocals. And according to Dickinson from an interview, that they were inspired by Black Sabbath's track Children of the Sea from the Heaven and Hell album, which I didn't know about until I found out. The Prisoner reminds me of Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio, and Clive's strumming on this one was very simple but strong, and the riffs are full of attack. And by the way, the drumming from Children of the Damned was very good, and it was fast with some incredible lead twin guitar soloing. The Prisoner is a track that was taken from the TV series of the same name as the inspiration. We go to singles that have been so dominating for the bigger stardom of Iron Maiden to come, with tracks of The Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills. The Number of the Beast, no words needed. It is a classic track despite it being overplayed, but it has brilliance of the whole band in action with some tremendous soloing to one of Dickinson's most signature and praised vocal performances. I just don't really need to tell you guys about that song at all, because it is one of the strongest tracks in this lineup. and history for Maiden. Run to the Hills, one of the singles as well. I gotta be honest, I think it's very overrated, and the title track beats this track, but Run to the Hills contains an insane amount of drumming that is punchy and striking, memorable choruses, but it was a very good song when I had first listened to it, but the more I listened to the whole thing, it just really starts to be disconnecting with me, and it has never been a high favourite for me. 22 Acacia Avenue was originally written by Adrian Smith from a previous band that he had been in, but Steve Harris decided to make this song work with Iron Maiden, and this was the second song in the Charlotte the Harlot saga, and it's a good song with a decent structure. It's one of my least favourites, and it can be a little meandering in my opinion. Hallowed Be Thy Name is definitely the best track on the whole record in my opinion, and it's one of the best closing tracks overall. It's a cinematic, wonderful track with progressive melodies and beautiful harmonies, especially on the memorable bell sound and the recognizable notes from the vocals to the guitars. You know, it's just a song that starts out very smoothly, and it just builds into a huge epic of a song. No words needed really, like Number of the Beast, but it's just flawless. The production is very, very good. The rest of the band musically are just, you know, really tight and in depth. I would say that this could go in with one of my other high favourite albums, along with the debut first album, but you'll have to see what I will say on the later reviews on Iron Maiden's albums to come. The Number of the Beast is very great debut record with Bruce Dickinson. His vocals were just so big and heavy, just on one of his greatest performances, like on Number of the Beast, but to Hallowed Be Thy Name, to some vocal harmonies that gels the whole thing brilliantly. That's really all I have got to say on this album, without a doubt, and I'm sure that a lot of the fans regard this as one of the strongest albums in their discography, and it's just no surprise, because this album just needs no introduction when it comes to the bigger success that the band definitely deserved. I'm going to give The Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.